Hey there, everybody. It's Angelo checking in again. It is about 9:50 as I'm filming this. It is Friday night, just relaxing, hanging out, having a good time. Might stay up a little bit later tonight, but I am still trying to fix my sleep schedule. I had a very productive day at work and I really worked hard and I want to talk about it more. So, with that being said, if you are interested in anything that I talk about, whether it be health, fitness, work, or anything else related to that, please let me know. Feel free to like the video, leave comments down below, and also please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. And if you do, I appreciate it. Hit that notification bell as well. Don't forget, it'll let you know whenever I upload content. And I'm basically doing this every day right now. So if I sound a little bit off, I apologize. But yeah, I am recovering from a long work day that didn't expect to happen, but was still productive. So today I actually got to sleep in. It was really nice. Slept a long time. Getting back on schedule with my sleep, which is first off great step in the right direction. I got really high quality sleep, woke up only once, stayed asleep for the rest of the night. And then after that, we got an emergency call because I was initially supposed to have the day off. But we went all the way out to Southampton, went to a community that said they were having problems with their pool. And when we showed up, it was nothing but to press a button. So pretty pretty ridiculous that we went all the way through the Hampton traffic on a Friday, for a button to be pressed, and then we check out the other pool, make sure everything's all right, talk to the pool workers at the time that were working, and also just double checking to make sure everything else is up and running. And then while we were out there, of course, because it was so quick, try to do something fast, try to do something that could be like a nice short job. And then I thought that was going to be the end of our day, and it wasn't anything too crazy, it wasn't a ton of time, but afterwards we actually went, instead of east, we went west, and I thought initially it was going to be back home. We had some lunch, then after hanging out for a little bit, went further west and actually stopped at a different house and got back to work. Moved a ton of furniture, moved, just filled the dumpster with, just anything you could imagine. Um, you know, took down a metal fence, rolled up the fence, threw it in the dumpster. Heavy stuff, nothing to sneeze at, and felt good. And that was the important part. I feel like mentally I've had some mental jet lag, and I think we've all been there. If you have one rough night where you can't sleep and you're just like, you feel that tightness in your head and your eyes are just drooping a little bit, but I felt sharp. I was ready to go every single time, and like I just wanted to be able to continue to roll and roll and roll, and it was working really well, and I'm really excited because it's nice to know that I'm in like this sharp physical position and mental position, because I may be in good shape, but like if your brain doesn't cooperate with the rest of your body, there's really no point to that, right? It doesn't really carry over. So for all of this to merge together and turn into one single thing that I'm able to, use very effectively, it was very nice. It was a nice change of pace. I'm really, really proud of everything that I've done. It's been a lot of work, but one day at a time. And it could be a lot more work, but being smart and cutting things off, like certain activities, and stopping my epilepsy from potentially getting worse is like the way bigger of a deal than maybe missing out on something short because I have to go to bed a little bit earlier. At the end of the day, I'm willing to make that trade because it doesn't matter. Like that, the other stuff is inconsequential. This other, my epilepsy and the care of that is the rest of my life and how I live my life. So I'm going to, you know, 10 out of 10 times do the right thing and really just watch out for myself, because I think that sometimes we stretch ourselves too thin, and we beat ourselves up, we demand too much stuff physically, and then we wind up in a worse place than we were in the beginning. So yeah, the one thing I can say is, as somebody who works manual labor, this was like so fun. This was such a fun day. It was like a demo day, ripping stuff apart, tearing stuff apart, cutting things down, ripping them out, throwing them in the dumpster. It was a lot of fun, super productive, and I'm not really like that. I'm not a huge, rip things down, break stuff. I don't, get mad and punch holes in walls. It's just like it was fun to find order in the chaos and use my strengths that I have to help in this process. So that was really nice about it. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to using my skills that I have and taking them and then putting them into all of these things that I'm doing work in, such as the electrical field that I currently work in. And it's getting better. I've continuously am improving day by day, and I have made huge strides since I really started picking this up again full time for the first time in a while. And work is going so much smoother. My colleagues as well as customers are recognizing that I'm on my game, recognizing my professionalism, and that's a big one. Obviously, you don't get always paid as much as you would like, so that's something I have to balance and think about. But other than that, I am extremely grateful for all of the wonderful things that are happening, because I am proud of myself, and I can see that my family is proud of the right decisions that I'm making as well. So I look forward to continue to make the right decisions and share it all with you guys, because, at the end of the day, you guys are part of this too. So, make the right decisions, get some sleep. Um, doesn't have to be anything crazy, and you can vary your times a little bit, but pick a reasonable time. Go to bed, wake up, stay awake unless you really need it because you're stretching your hours thin. But, with that being said, if you have a goal and you want to achieve it, I want you to know that I believe in your ability to do something great. So forget about everybody else, look forward, put your blinders on, and just go for it. Because at the end of the day, if you don't try, you don't know where you'll be. So, shoot for the stars and just keep going. At the end of the day, I refuse to quit on myself, because I know that I've put in so much work to be where I am now that I refuse to quit. And I also refuse to quit on all of you, because you are all here supporting me, and that is a huge deal to me. Everybody that supports me is a wonderful person, and I appreciate it so much. That being said, hopefully you don't quit on yourself and you don't quit on me, because then we can hold each other accountable. And if that sounds good to you, I look forward to holding each other accountable. I hope you all stay healthy, happy, and safe, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Have a good one.